Spottedleaf. She's just one of the cats who is a big deal to the series, but lacks much popularity. Chances are you don't feel too strongly attached to her, especially if you've read past the first few books. Spottedleaf is simultaneously one of the most important cats we meet in the first arc, and one of the most boring. Hey everyone, Akira here. I know a lot of you aren't subscribed, so I just want to take a second to say that subscribing to my channel helps me out a bunch. I make videos talking about warrior cats, I hold warrior cats challenges, so if you're interested in seeing more, go hit that button. Today, the subject is Spottedleaf. So first, I'm going to list off all the purposes of her character I can think of. Keep in mind that I'm just looking at her role in the first 6 books and a little of Firestar's quest. All of her other appearances are either minor or would involve a completely different discussion. So, Prophecies begins Spottedleaf. Let's go. 1. She delivers prophecies to Fireheart. The prophecies act both as an element of mystery and just a way to move the plot forward. 2. Her death is sort of used to explain to the reader the concept of StarClan, both the idea that the dead guide the living, and just the existence of a warrior cat's afterlife in general. And 3. She acts as a source of love and longing for Fireheart. I'm not saying any of these were executed well, I'm just saying this is what she does. So, Subject 1. Her role delivering prophecies. The prophecies begin, very fittingly, has more prophecies than any of the other story arcs. Fire alone can save our clan, beware a warrior you can't trust. Water can quench fire, StarClan is calling you, beware an enemy who seems to sleep. All delivered to Fireheart by Spottedleaf. So, are these prophecies any good? Well, For most of the prophecies, Fireheart sort of misinterprets it at first, thinking, oh no, and then only when it comes true does he reflect on the actual meaning. He thinks the cat he can't trust prophecy is about Greystripe before realizing it's Tigerclaw. He thinks the StarClan is calling you prophecies about his death before he realizes he's becoming deputy. If anything, these prophecies sort of steer him off course. Fireheart knew full well how dangerous Tigerclaw was. He didn't need a prophecy to make that conclusion. The prophecy just made him extra suspicious of Greystripe for no reason. And the seems to sleep prophecy again didn't need to happen. Fireheart knew Tigerclaw was still dangerous. He doesn't need Spottedleaf's help to state the obvious. The prophecies serve no practical purpose as they really mislead Fireheart more than they guide him. I guess you could say that maybe Spottedleaf was purposely misleading him as a way of teaching Fireheart he should rely on his own knowledge and intuition, which is sort of the conclusion they reach by the end of the Darkest Hour, that StarClan wants the cats to be able to rely on themselves. But the fact that Spottedleaf would just play with Fireheart like that in order to test him would really conflict with Subject 2, her role in showing both StarClan as a concept and why it's important. Having a book in which spirit cats are heavily used, it's only natural they kill some cat off early on to show the reader a spirit cat in action. The 3 most notable deaths in the first book would include Redtail, Lionheart, and Spottedleaf. Fireheart never met Redtail, and out of Lionheart and Spottedleaf, Spottedleaf was the cat the authors chose to walk in Fireheart's dreams as his sort of spiritual mentor. And honestly, I think Lionheart might have worked better if I'm being honest. Lionheart is one of the first warriors Fireheart meets, and he becomes deputy before his death. He could be a source of inspiration for Fireheart. Meanwhile, Spottedleaf is just a cat who is younger and a lot prettier than most. A lot of the authenticity of Spottedleaf as a figure from StarClan is lost when she is portrayed as the cat Fireheart had a crush on rather than a genuine source of inspiration. But they chose Spottedleaf. So, how'd she do? Well, not good. She visits Fireheart's dreams constantly, only to always disappear before she can tell him anything useful. Rather than painting a picture of StarClan as wise, noble cats, she solidifies the group of spirits as the laughingstock of the fandom. She is completely, utterly useless. Which again ties into the conclusion at the end of the Darkest Hour that StarClan shouldn't be relied on, but her methods are just very questionable. If you want to teach someone to rely on themselves, you say, hey, try doing this on your own. I know you can do it. You don't give them misleading information and then just watch them struggle like Spottedleaf did with her confusing prophecies. So I think Subject 2 is another failure for Spottedleaf. And Subject 3 just makes things worse. For the time frame between Firepaw meeting Spottedleaf and the death of Spottedleaf, the fact that he would have infatuation with her spanning multiple years just doesn't make sense. Most of their interactions while Spottedleaf is alive is just Firepaw collecting herbs from her. They just don't have any good character moments, no shared triumph or tragedy that would suggest such an unbreakable bond. So the fact that Firepaw suddenly realizes he loves Spottedleaf so deeply when she dies just feels overly rushed and unfounded. And later on, when affection for Spottedleaf is seen as an issue to be overcome when Firestar does eventually get together with Sandstorm, it's just so strange when there isn't much foundation in the Spottedleaf relationship to begin with. Unless Spottedleaf's sweet scent really is that good, in which case the Warrior Cat's online store should definitely start selling it as perfume. I'd buy 10. But yeah, overall I think Spottedleaf falls short in every aspect of her role in Firestar's story. The prophecy she gives confuses Fireheart more than it points him in any direction. Lionheart could have just as easily been Fireheart's spirit mentor, so her death only really serves to make room for Yellowfang and Cinderpelt in the Medicine Den. We lose Spottedleaf before we have a reason to care for her, so we don't really share Fireheart's feelings of longing when we see her in his dreams. And with the final message being that Firestar was supposed to rely on himself instead of StarClan for help, it makes the whole journey of all her appearances in his dreams feel more like teasing than any genuine attempt to guide him. Rather than giving him any encouragement, she just gives him vague metaphors. The prophecies are pointless, she makes StarClan seem disingenuous, and her relationship with Firestar makes no sense. Yeah, I don't like Spottedleaf. And regardless of whether you like her or not, I think we can all agree that there are aspects to her story that can be greatly improved upon. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye everyone.